Hello guys, today we have a very exciting finals of the LG Cup, game 1 coming up. This one is very interesting because it is a finals without the #1 player in the world, the elephant in the room, who is So. He was knocked out much earlier. Are you rooting for any one particular in general? One particular player in general? Okay, I myself am rooting for Kejie in this game, mostly because it has been such a long time before he has spent such a long time without getting to the top. It's the first time in a very long time that Kejie has made it to the finals. So around 2018, 2016, Kejie won, up to around 8 world championships. And after that, with the rise of the new players in China, the rise of So, basically these two factors, Kejie has not made it to the finals or won in the finals for a long time. And he is a particularly he has a very particularly strong play style, strong, interesting, unconventional play style. So I am rooting for him. And also Byun Sangil, the other player playing white in this game, he really made himself very famous to me when he played against Cui Jin in a match where he really started slapping himself. So how could one not root for someone to start slapping himself one more time? Yeah, that was a very good, interesting event. Okay, so that's what's happening. Byun Sangil, if you guys haven't heard of this guy much before, he's a very serious player, very serious, and yeah, he was very famous for that one incident. Kejie, also very controversial. He felt a very strong need to trash talk Lee Sedol very much when Kejie was on the up and up, when he was a rising star. Nowadays, he's probably mellowed out in his mid-20s. Can White play the Ko here at P15? Oh yeah, maybe. We will see. If White plays the Ko, then Black must regret letting the Ko happen without playing that Atari first at P5. However, this could be a trap. It's like he could also be goading him into playing this. Okay, this is a very exciting finals. LG Cup has a particularly long time setting. They have 3 hours each. It's about 3.5 hours into this match already. And as you guys can see by their clocks on the broadcast, Kejie has 1 hour 23 minutes. Byung has 1 hour and 3 minutes. So it's already been a long match, and they still have plenty of time left in their tank to keep going. So it's very interesting. Let's do a situation report for us right now. White is at 75%. White is up by around 4 points. The Baduk TV broadcast has this very nice, conveniently placed AI counter all the way on the top of Kejie's head right here. Still relatively close. White has a slight lead. What's going on the lower left? This is a Joseki. Looks like a very well-known 3-3 invasion Joseki that fills up a quarter of the board. The lower right seems like an easy Joseki, and the upper right seems to be the focal point of the fighting right now. So yes, the flying knife, 100%. I'm sure that's how this happened. I'm thinking that white co-threat at d12 seems a good one. Co-threat at d12, yes, this one, yes, that would be a very good co-threat. But white really wants to play the co-threat at d10 instead of extending out. Extending out probably loses 2 points, whereas the peep at d10 doesn't lose any points. Hard to say if d10 is a co-threat. d12, definitely a co-threat. However, the problem is once white captures a ko, black is only losing this one group, so something like an Atari at f15 could be a co-threat, or black might push at r3. These could all be problems for the ko. Also, if black just connects a ko, he can take the ko back just with the next move anyways. So it's not likely to matter too much. In fact, the AI wants white to simply connect right here on the fourth line, right here. Okay, so in effect, we will have the same situation whether black played here or if black played the Atari earlier. Okay, focal point of the game, upper right fight. White has a bit of a tough shape. It's going to get blobbed up, but black has two groups on to the either side of this group. And with some pressure on the top group, white's corner is likely to be alive. Territory-wise, white seems to be in the lead. On the bottom, there's about 20. Top left, there's another 10, 15. Top right, another 5. So that's 40 points plus. Whereas for black, we can count maybe 5 to the lower left, 15, 25, 30 points total. So I think white is struggling a little bit in this particular fight, but white has a lot of territory on the other sides of the board, and it would be a big success for white if white is able to take care of both of these groups. And with some weaknesses in black's shape, this definitely seems plausible and doable. It's just achieving this is going to be the tricky part. So black is definitely on the offensive here, very much so on the offensive here. Okay. Are you guys interested in the head-to-head matchups between these two? I am very, very interested in this head-to-head Ke versus Byun Sangil. Okay. Their current head-to-head score is 6-0. Oh my God. Their current head-to-head score is 6-0 in favor of Ke, with Byun losing to Ke continuously. Wow, wow, wow. Another source, that is on Reddit. Another source says Ke is ahead 5-0. Wow, wow, wow. So Ke has this matchup really, really advantageous. Interesting. Yeah, this also says Ke is 6-0 against Byun. So for someone for players who are so close to the top, this is very, very surprising. Let me check their Go ratings. And see how they're ranked in the world. Ke has fallen from the all the way at the top down somewhat. However, he is still ranked number 3 in the world so far, which is very strong. Byun Sangil, he is ranked number 11, somewhat lower than Ke. So this is number 3 versus the number 11 player in the world. And as you guys can see by the time counter, there are lots and lots of time left in both of their clocks. How long are the Byoyomi after the main time? It is 40 seconds 5 times. So for professional game standards, this is relatively fast. For the Byoyomi, 40 seconds. If it's a minute, it's like reasonable. So LG Cup has a distinction of having very, very long time settings, 3 hours each, and then very short Byoyomis at 40 seconds each. 011 is coming after this fight, right? If black ends in Sente. 011, yeah. Although 011 is very, very big, it's gonna capture the right-hand side. If black could manage, he probably prefers to play here to capture. Yeah, here, all the way out here. Something a bit safer, maybe here, to capture the entire group instead of just the one stone. So capturing on the outside is definitely what he would prefer. Okay. But yes, 011 is a very, very big move for sure. Right, definitely on the right track there. Okay, let's take a look from all the way from the beginning. So very surprisingly, this matchup is very one-sided in favor of Kejie. 6-0 so far. Very, very interesting. Okay, again, they are fighting for the grand prize, about $300,000, maybe 250, or maybe between 200 to 250,000 nowadays, with the Korean won, with a strong dollar, strong US dollar, and the weak Korean won. Okay, first finals of 2025. Let's take a look. And 180 minutes each to begin, 3 hours total. 3 hours each to begin, and 40 seconds 5 times Byoyomi. The stream now seems to be frozen for a bit. What's going on here? No, Kejie's time is ticking. Okay, good. That is live, and let us go through the game and catch up to it. Okay. Very excited, guys. And LG Cup is 6.5 points Komi. So black and white is very, very relatively even for both sides. There's no advantage, disadvantage either way, basically. So yeah, this is quite nice. Let's see a few moves. The flying knife is probably coming soon. Let's take a look. Okay. Yep, here comes the flying knife, and here let's slow this down slightly. The flying knife is a very, very famous 3-3 invasion Joseki. So it's yeah. Let's go see. Okay, so it starts with the flying knight's move. After the knight's move, black may choose to headbutt, but instead in this game, black chooses to play into the flying knife, and the block happens, the headbutt happens, and the push and cut happens. This is a standard flying knife, and and they went into this somewhat surprisingly, but professionals all studied the game very, very much, and they went for this. Good. And this is the most basic variation of the flying knife. Black extends, white presses, black hanes. Black has a very good ladder. Let me see how to to do these diagrams. Okay. Not super easy to do the diagrams, I'm afraid. Okay. Yeah, let's start catching up to the game. Okay, this is the most basic flying knife variation. Connect, Atari Connect, play the tiger's mouse, and Hane on the inside. Here it is very important for white to play this attachment. This will give white enough liberties to force a Seki on the inside. And both sides have played the most natural Josekis. Here it looks like white has so many liberties, but if you start doing this, it ends up actually in a Seki, and a Seki with black to play afterwards. And this is very important to do this. Can white reject the flying knife thingy after black plays f18? Yes, white can play just taking this stone back like this, for sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so white generally rejects, yes, with just extending instead of the knight's move. So after this big Joseki is played, they go on to the second part of the game. Good. There are also other simpler variations and other more complicated variations as well. It's very complex. Okay, so after this, black plays, so it is white to play at the end of this. White plays here to force black to get rid of one liberty here. And white approaches, black answers, and white plays another move. Feels like this is a little bit happy for white. White gets both sides, but black comes over with a shoulder hit. And they go on to this variation, which is very interesting. And around here, it is totally even. Do not be surprised if this is still within both players' preparation. Okay, so black plays the knight's move, very reasonable. Now we are watching this game live, and we're watching the Fox broadcast. We do not have the ability to place stones on the board, which is really a bit of a bummer. With the Fox, I think we're gonna have to open a broadcast of our own game, and then that's how we can place stones. Anyways, should be easily doable. As you guys can see here, 12,527 viewers right now. I'd say this is very impressive. Huh? Okay. All right, let's continue and catch up to the game. I place this move, very interesting, a double. This is basically goading the opponent to play here. Then we can extend. So black pincers, white goes into the corner, and right now this is a decision point. In the game, white decides to go into the corner and then survive into the corner, and here is how the fighting really started breaking out. Yeah, right now it is black at 65%, so a bit of a small gain over here. White played here, and here the press is a noticeable big move. Kejie, he goes for a lot. This is very trademark Kejie-esque play style. He's never satisfied, which is why his games are very interesting to watch. He wants white to block, and then he's gonna press, and then he's gonna be very, very happy. Okay, very, very good. Yeah, this is a follow-up move. The previous move basically forces white to counterattack and turn out. Now the turnout is still a super, super good move. Therefore, it's sort of like I'm forcing my opponent to play the best moves, which is white catching up a little bit here. But this is a normal follow-up for the Kejie's move here. This is wrapping around and separating the one stone from the other white stones. And noticeably, we can see a very big center of the board coming into fruition. Very big moyo here. However, this one thing is a little bit troubling. It just feels a little uncomfortable if you see the white position on the bottom as very, very strong. Because if white is very strong, then you play all these moves next to the thickness, you force white to live inside your own territory. That will not be fun. So okay, so next, Kejie does all of this for a very, very good reason, of course, and the reasoning is he has follow-up sentes. This peep is a very, very nice peep. This is a common follow-up. The next move, black is threatening to Atari here and extend to take out these stones. Very interesting. Okay. And this move is played, this is protecting against this cut, so perfectly okay. And here Kejie plays a very, very thick, very, very strong move. This is getting ready to attack white, and this is fixing many of the black weaknesses. Very, very interesting play here. White answers. And this will also strengthen the white position on the bottom. Everything is gonna work, and good. So what's coming next? Black plays here. The AI move here is over right here, and this is very close. So it's quite close. Okay, and in the game, white plays this Atari, very, very strong move. Here, white presses. And black hanes, and right now black needs to extend is what the AI thinks. This will keep black very, very strong, very, very solid. Right now though, this is where Kejie decided to strike. This is like he has set up, he has made all this setup, now he is ready to strike, and here he comes with this cut. Very nice, very nice. And here, this Atari is a must play, and now the game is very, 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 very wild and very, very wild. Okay, and so at the end of this, Atari, extend Atari. You know, white doesn't want to lose any stones, so this must be played. Place an Atari here. It does feel like white is, very, very strong, or overly strong. This group only has 3 liberties, yet it is running out. So white is definitely using the fact that black has not too many liberties on the upper side in order to make white alive. And here black needs to play an extension on the top. This is strengthening your weakest attacking stones. And note how this extension is here on the like the third line, instead of something like a squeeze, like a net. AI needs black to play really defensively in this manner. So Keji plays here, threatening the middle. This is going to allow white to strike first on the upper side. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. This is the best move. And let's see what follows up. Black plays here. And here again, AI wants black to play this Hane and start to keep playing this defensive move. But this is very, very consistent. He must have thought of this, by the time he played the diagonal move earlier. Clearly, yeah, this is a very, very happy result locally. But what happens after you become a little bit happy? White has this group here, and then this group is out, and it's going to be safe. It's going to be saved. And now Keji has a tough spot. There's this Atari capture this one stone. There's this Atari capturing the top group. Okay, so this is a very, very difficult part for both players right now. Black doesn't want to quite exchange this Atari because white plays here. And then throws in, and then black doesn't have many liberties left. Black would rather have this move when white plays, leaves this ko. When white presses in, black can Atari. When white plays here, black can fight this ko. In that case, black will end up with one more liberty, which is very important. So Keji does play the best move now. Black has to try to survive on the top, and black doesn't want to exchange this Atari. So this has some very, very good implications. Why not K17 down here instead of M16 for black? K17 here. Black was interested in making himself strong and connecting the middle group to the corner group, gaining strength, and then black is going to attack the white group in the middle. If black went for K17, because white already fixed the left-hand side with that H16 force line iron pillar move, because of that, black is not going to do any damage to the left-hand side, and if there's no damage to the right-hand side, then black wouldn't have accomplished the goal of strengthening himself. So, okay, the betting markets on Fox is 36% for Byun and 64% for Keji, even though the AI score right now is 75% in favor of Byun. Very interesting. AI choices now. Atari captures this one stone. Another move is to Atari here, and black's play is to play this Atari, and white doesn't start a ko right away, and white fixes a ko, and then black captures here. That would have been an extremely big exchange. Black would capture this one group. These two stones have a ability to cut the middle four stones. White would have captured the top. Very, very grand exchange. I was thinking it was Sente for the right side. Yeah. Very good thinking. Very, very good thinking. So I wonder how we should go about placing diagrams on the board. Okay, we are back. We switched the microphone. Now should be a bit better. I apologize for maybe there's some background noises. Anyway, it should be manageable. Okay, so here is a live game. Byun has 48 minutes left. Keji has an hour and 13 minutes left. They've played a few more moves. The Atari was played. Very, very interesting. This fox will catch up very, very soon. Interesting. Yep. Oh, and white plays this Atari. I wonder what the meaning of this is. So place here before. What? Before playing this code? I see, I see. You guys see what white's meaning is now? So white Atari is here before this code. This means white has foreseen this Atari and this capture. After black captures here, white will not be able to get this Atari in, and therefore no more peep over here. This way white may still get to keep his peep over here. Very, 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 very well played here. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed. Let me think, how should we do this? How should we do this? Okay. Yeah, very, 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 very interesting. I wonder how we should get a board set up for giving you guys the diagrams. And a huge exchange was made. Yes, black saves this code. He doesn't play the code right away because after this Atari, capturing these two stones is bigger. It's a bigger code threat. So here black is able to get away with not playing this block, and instead if you block, white is going to capture two stones. Instead, black will Atari here first, white will play this capture, and then black will play this capture. Wow, wow, wow. This is this is a big exchange, very big exchange. Um, and it's approved by AI. AI wanted this. Black is at 24%. We can see here on the white is up by 3.5 points. So still anyone's game, and here white moves out with a middle group. Note how white is not satisfied just extending here and doing that. Okay. I think what we're gonna have to do is download this game as an SGF. Oh boy. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? So white's Atari was premeditated for the code threat setup. Yes, yes. He foresaw that black was gonna capture these two stones. So he played this Atari so that later white can play this this peep. Wow, wow, wow. This is better audio. This is louder audio. I don't know if it's better. My the microphone I have here had to get batteries, so I'm using the native computer's microphone. It has no noise canceling, so you'll hear some background computer sounds, maybe in the back. So hopefully that is acceptable, guys. You guys might see this as like a low drum static in the back whenever it gets real quiet. But the mic is really good at picking up a lot of sound. So great, great. This is super good news. If it's better for you guys, it is better for me. Who knew that no microphone would be the solution for my streaming audio quality issues? Nice. Okay. All right. Now let's figure out how to do, as they do in Baduk TV, place stones on the board. On KGS, there's like a broadcast button, but I don't know if we can do the same here. Usually there's, at the end of the game, you can click the review button, but needless to say, that is not doable. If I click the analyze game, the analyze game scene pops up. So that could be what we do. And I'll open up a new window on my OBS and then do this. Okay. The Baduk TV has gone to a large thing that's focused on Keja right now. This is why we lost the window. Anyways, here's the AI graph so far. Let's hear what they are saying. Is this in English?
이제 백이 여기 붙이고
I
나오면서
can't hear
이걸
anything
탈출을
yet.
하고 있는 상황이거든요. 핵은 여기를 늘 수도 있고 말씀해주신 것처럼 이렇게 잡을 수도 있는데
I don't know.
좀 상황이 여의치 않다고
It's not likely. It's probably in Korean, so
그러면 이제
we probably won't be able to understand. As long as you guys can hear, it's fine.
이때 이렇게 살리는 게
Okay, you guys can
가능해요.
hear. Good.
얘가 죽은 것 같았지만 이렇게
I
되면은 이게
I'm tweaking
사람이
my
지금
sounds,
안쪽에서 살
so,
수가 있거든요. 그냥 있는 거는
yeah.
이렇게 치중을 가서 죽지만 이렇게 두면은 이쪽에 한
Yeah,
집,
they put on a
이쪽에
good
나가지고
show.
살 수가 있기 때문에 이런 진행이 좀 예상이
I don't
됩니다.
understand that.
여러분들 끝까지
Very fast Korean. I will do a much better job, guys. Wait for me to set this up, to set up my board and everything.
뭐 당장은 사실 큰 의미는 없지만 이런 데도 하나 붙여놓는 거 모양상 좀 이득이 될 확률이 높습니다. 어차피 이거 둘 때 뭐 이런 데 끊을 수는 없어요. 바로 돌이 잡혀버리는 게 남아있기 때문에.
Okay, so that's it.
이런 거 하나 딱 붙여놓고
here.
약간 집을 눌러놓고
Okay, they're back. I'm gonna turn off the sound. Okay, good. Okay, I am going to add a I'm gonna add a scene and window capture. Good. Variations, I'll call that. Okay, select a window to capture game analysis. That will work. This will work. And this guy is all the way at the top. All we will have to do is make sure that it is at the same size and the same everything as our Go board, and then it'll be fine. And all I have to do is switch this off when I do anything, and then yeah, bear with me, guys. So this window will allow us to place stones. Good, good, good. And you guys are none the wiser. All right. All right. So this thing will have my diagrams. Great. So I was thinking about doing Hane on the outside. Yeah, me too. I was thinking here. Then we would fight it out here. J10 or J11 seems to allow for white to live within. I feel none the wiser already. Good. Okay, I don't think the AI approved of this one. Oh, no, it is. It's almost the number one choice. This is, wow. Okay, I can show you guys some good diagrams. Oh, Keja has played a move, so let me take you guys here. White played this attach and black played this. Still around 25% for black, 3.5 points advantage for white. So still a very, very close game. Lots and lots of game to be had today. Okay, let me go through this with you guys the second time around. Great. So as we had talked about, Kejie is 6-0 against Byun Sangil. So probably has quite a psychological edge or confidence edge over black. So here, this is a flying knife invitation. If you're black and you want to avoid, play the headbutt and the hane. It will be perfectly okay. If white extends, this would be a little bit better than the flying knife. Just push and cut, or if you like, just push and hane here and cut. In fact, this is probably better, and then connect. White Heiser plays this move, and then we just move on, or this stuff, or white plays something like this, and we can just go capture this one stone to the side, and it'll be fine. Anyways, most of the time white will just accept this. And for white, you can also play this and get out of the flying knife by extending back or extending forward. This is a perfectly okay Joseki. It will revert back to either this Joseki or this Joseki, which are both perfectly fine Josekis. Of course, when you play this invitation for the flying knife and your opponent accepts, you often play the flying knife. And so this is how we got into the flying knife. How do we feel about not seeing the SJS in the finals? SJS is the #1 Go player in the world, Shin Jin-so. And he was defeated in the LG Cup earlier. Let me see who took him down. Jin S. Hang Sang-ho took him down in the round of in the second round, which is the round of 16. A fellow Korean took down Shin Jin-so. Wow! The Chinese players must love him. And Hang would go on to lose a little bit later. Han would lose against Kejie in the semifinals. Interesting. I feel backstabbed. Yeah. Competition is good. In fact, the competition is a little bit more fierce in the Chinese Go scene because there are more players at right about the same level. Okay, so they went into the flying knife. Something to note, hane in the corner, black needs to play the connect in sente first. White may or may not Atari here. This is a normal move. Another move is to play here. Much complications. After this, play here. Play this one. Why does white not cut at D13? D13. Yes. A very good call. D13 is what you have to watch out for as black. This variation, you need the ladder to work for black in order to play this, in order for white to not be able to cut. White plays here, and then this is the ladder that we're talking about. White, actually, he can get past the ladder with this. There's no ladder at this moment, but because this move is sente, these Ataris are sente. Remember, these Ataris are also sente. After these moves, black has an advantage on the inside. In fact, for black, just make all these Ataris right away. Play this Atari and then play this one that this will be a favorable corner fight for black. In fact, extend here is also very, very strong. Anyways, it's gonna be a moment where you guys will have to trust me on this. Okay. Atari plays the block. If white captures, we extend, play this, play here. This way black is ahead by 1 liberty, and he's gonna capture more of white's stones, and is gonna have an advantage. If white plays the hane, plays this, and then there's some kind of a ko on the inside, but black has more stuff to do on the outside. Okay, that's why this happens, and so this ends up in a very, this looks like it's a very good, looks like white has lots and lots of liberties, but just like black needed to make an eye, white also needed to make an eye, because if white doesn't do it, if white tries to capture black like this, white is going to be actually short by 1 liberty. The 1 eye kills the no eye group. So this way, looks like white has 6 liberties and black has 4 liberties, but the power of the 1 eye makes black actually win this liberty race. So this is what this has to be. This has to happen, and this always happens. And at the end of this, we reach Seki. And Seki is very interesting here. It has a little bit of interesting implications. As you guys know, Seki for black, Chinese rules for black is 7.5 points komi, but because of the way that dames count, at the end of the game, black either is gonna lead by 7 points or 9 points. There's no, you can't get to 8 points, and black needs 8 points to win in Chinese rules. However, in this kind of a Seki with a mutual point here, at the end of the game, very often both sides black will lead by 6 or 8 or 10, because this mutual point is now nobody's territory, where it's half and half. So while before black needed to get 185 versus 176, now black only needs to get 184 versus 176, because this 1 extra liberty is no one's territory. So in Chinese rules, this Joseki favors black a little bit. It's very, very interesting. Yeah. Okay, so this they are gonna continue to on to the next part already. White lost 2 points in Chinese rule with this Joseki. There's another thing with Japanese rules which is I totally don't understand. In AGA rules, Korean rules, in AGA rules, Chinese rules, I don't know about Korean. This point counts as a point for black because black can play here and white cannot. But in Japanese rules, this point does not count as a point for black. So in Japanese rules, this Joseki is like, it's like a double whammy effect. It's very interesting stuff. Let's continue with the game. White lost points in the Chinese rule with this. Yep, Kejie pressing his lips together like he would already be 50 years old. And teethless old man, or maybe he is an 50 plus years old teethless old man. Just the game mask pulled over at the morning. This is the best comment we had today. This is so funny. Okay, anyways, yeah, Kejie has very vivid facial expressions for sure. Anyway, so next, white having being able to get both of the first moves over here on the left and the right, can't complain about that. So here black presses forward. This particular shape was a very old Joseki, similar shape to this, but in this case, white making some territory on the bottom is not that big. and black making the thickness towards the big area on the right hand side is very big, and so this is still, the game is very, very even. This was a very interesting exchange, really goading, baiting black to play this, but black doesn't take the bait, plays the pincer. Here, the follow-up to this Joseki, note that both sides look extremely strong, but both sides are not as strong as it seems, because white has a weakness of this peep. The AI played this many, many times against me. Many times against me. Yeah, I checked and I'm like, oh, wow, this is very interesting. And so this move, it's threatening to take out this one stone. Very, very strong. If white plays here, maybe not, but anyway, this is a threat. If white plays somewhere else to punish this move, for example, black can take this out right away. Shortage of liberties for white here, and if you guys are looking for a quick way to get a quick victory, this is a very, very good peep to play. White has to answer you white basically has to answer here, and similarly for black's case, white has a very nice peep here, with this extend out being an Atari against this block. Basically, black has to connect or capture here. So both groups have slight weaknesses, and it's very, very interesting. Okay, I wonder if he has chewing gum or something for Kejie. He does like to make very vivid facial expressions. Kejie likes to chew tasty Josekis. He especially likes Josekis salted in opponent's tears. Alright, great. White had a slight edge going into this Joseki, this part, but without some exchanges on the outside first. For example, this this attachment and this headbutting move. Without these moves, white lost a little bit. Black is at 65 or so here. However, this is a very, very complex fight. Jump, noticeable, very, very good stuff. C10 peep seems to make B extremely heavy. Yes, D10 peep, yeah, exactly. Makes black very, very redundant. And here is a very interesting part of the game. Here, white expands the bottom. Clearly, black wants to make use of the peep is here, this peep. The normal good move is to press. Here, the game continues. Here, Kejie really goes for more. He wants to play here. He wants white to respond, and then he's gonna play this, and then he's gonna press forward here. White makes less territory, and black gets more exchanges to the outside. Another counterattack may be here, but if white goes back, black can still play this kind of a move and extend, connect, tiger mouse. All these moves are very good for the outside, for this part of the board. So here, very, very advanced, but then again, he goads, he sort of forces white to counterattack, and Byun does go for this counterattack. And so here, black does what he wants to do, and white jumps out. This is a very good move too. It's fast enough and also light enough, so it's efficient enough and safe enough. And so here, I was a little worried for Kejie making a lot of moves next to many, many white stones. It's not likely to be very efficient, but of course he plays this because he has some very nice Sente moves. This peep, very nice, it's protecting black's cuts, and it's also sente. White answers, and here black plays this move, another sente, also connecting all the black stones. I can see some of the reasoning behind the Kujia moves, and they seem to have relatively succeeded. Black is at 71% around here. But here, this move, AI's move was here. This is noticeably good. It's capturing the stones over here when white plays here. This kind of thing should be easily doable. Maybe here, maybe extend. All these moves are very good. Kujia plays a more efficient move. This is very trademark Kujia's game style. If he can play something efficient, he never plays the inefficient move. Often he does this at the expense of safety and thickness, which is why this makes it all the more exciting to watch him play. Okay, good. Okay, if white thwarts B's attack, what does B have in this game? Yes, not that much territory. So here's what we saw. Kujia going for the jugular, going for the cut, and AI wanted him to extend. This is still slight advantage to black, and you can see in many places the AI wants black to sort of play conservatively, slow down, a little bit thick, and Kujia goes for the more extreme value-oriented move. And this is very trademark. Slightly overplay is also what I recommend to most Go players. If you guys ask me, should I play safe or should I play aggressive? I say lean towards aggressiveness. And this is basically true for most professional Go players at the top. So makes a lot of sense. So here, the very, very important move here for black is this move, which is another one of the. So we should do overplays understood. Yes, this is what Kujia does. This is what I do. This is what most professionals do. This is this is an example of a very good strengthen your weakest attacking stones. This was a move where black can still retain a small advantage. This is far enough to the upper side, fast enough in terms of sustainable development for black. And it's far enough for white, where white isn't able to threaten both sides of black. Very, very nice move suggested by the AI. Kujia can certainly risk it all, but all or nothing Byun Sangil's style. Most Koreans are very fighting oriented, and so yes, they do tend to be a lot very, very all or nothing kind of a style. And some players, notable players who are not like that, Lee Chang-ho, somewhat Park Jung-wan. Park Jung-wan is a little less fighty than most Koreans, but Park Jung-wan was so strong that it sort of doesn't, like his not that doesn't have that big of an affinity for fighting, doesn't actually show itself. Okay, so here Kujia plays here. Once again, here the AI wants black to just live here. Don't do something that is counter-offensive, but Kujia goes for the how could anyone resist playing this move and then rolling a fellow professional up into a death ball like this. How could anyone resist this? Here it was a very, very interesting thing. So chat, we really wanted to maybe perhaps play this move, but I think what's gonna happen, black is gonna Atari, white is gonna capture, black is gonna capture this. This is slightly worse for black than the other shape because of the other shape black, the game shape black had this. Um, so white dared not to play this. If black finds any co-threat, I don't know if pushing is one. It was definitely a possibility. But the thing is, even if black just connects, white is probably going to end up having to connect anyway. And now we can see how this connect is going to help black play this Hane without fear of this Atari cut. Imagine the same shape without the 4 stone. And this is going to be very uncomfortable for white. Something like this. This is going to be very, very uncomfortable for white. Another blob. So this is why white cannot go for the ko right away. Has to first play this, wait for black to extend, and then white can go for the ko. Very, very, very detailed, very, very nuanced, very nuanced stuff. This is very nuanced stuff. Very, very nuanced stuff. Okay. We're almost caught up to the game, and so in the game, white plays here because same as what happened in the game. Let's unravel this a little bit. So white wants to Atari and capture this black group. Here, if black fights the ko and then plays this one, white will capture to here, and then black will capture this. This is a bit favorable for white because white is very clean on the top. So what black is going to do is Atari here first, then play the ko, Atari these 2 stones. Even though white has a cleaner capture on the top, black has a much bigger capture on the bottom here. Remember, white only has 2 liberties on the inside here, so none of the outside, none of the aji over here matters. And so after this, black can capture these 3 stones for a lot more territory. There's more weaknesses for white and everything. This is a much bigger capture. You might say, yeah, white saves these 2 stones, but because white only has 2 liberties on the inside, doesn't matter too much. So what's going to happen is here, white's going to push, and white is not going to allow black to play the next co-threat. And so now black will capture here. And so this is a big grand exchange. Here white saves his bottom territory, which is a major plus over the previous diagram we showed. So in the game, this basically will happen. It's very nuanced, but it is forced. It's forced nuanced, so it's very nice. White p5 instead of p4, white would lose the outside stones with no compensation at the top. No? Good question. P5, P4. Yeah. P4. Actually, P4 is right here. This is just not. Oh, right. Yes, exactly true. In the course of fighting, this happened and white captured. Why not play P4? This is to have a better capture against the outside. Basically, black turns and then black can cut. If white plays on the outside, black can play this Atari, and then black can Atari here. This is not quite alive for black, but it's we can see that black is basically alive like this. And if white fights a ko, this is also pretty heavy for white too. Black plays here, and then white has more issues. Anyways, this is much better for the life and death situation on the top. This is why white plays here. For example, white can still Atari, no problem. Yes, right. So now it's much harder for black to live like this. When black Atari's here, white can capture this one stone. Okay, so in the game black plays here. Note how white played this exchange. Now white can play this peep. It's very, very detailed, very, very nuanced and nice. They spare They spare a lot of attention, and they catch all the details. They spare they're playing very perfectly. This should give many Go players the quote unquote chills. Yes, if you guys can do this, very nice. So now white has an extra peep for later. Most important thing, white has to break out here. These 4 stones, because these 4 stones are next to black's thickness, they're not that important. These 5 stones, because they can counterattack against the middle black stones, they are super important. And so here, black does not play the Hane and something like this, because this is now gonna get very out of hand, because now if white lives here, black is gonna have very little territory remaining. So this is very important for black. In fact, white really wants to play this move as well. In fact, we can ask the can we ask the AI right now? Yeah, very interesting. So if white were to play this capture, the best black move here would be to play over here and box in this white group. White can have a very nice sente moves here, but this is going to be very even, and then black is going to have more things to do on the upper side. Here 2 is a way for black to save the middle groups in sente. So this is a very nice defensive sente move. Later, this move to capture 4 stones is very good. Twitch slang is nails. Yeah, so this move is very important, and here it's very important for black to capture this 1 stone. Super well played. These are top AI moves for a while now. This move, these moves, all number 1 top AI moves, including this one, and also this one. Very nice. Very nicely done by both sides. A super long string of in fact, this move also the best AI move. Very high quality, very high quality for now. Matchup. Super good. Okay, this move 2, and the next move, white really needs to play this tiger's mouse and then continue fighting. White plays here. Is this a little bit of a mistake? Oh my god! What? When this happened, black's win rate went from 25 to 72%. This was a very good sequence for black. Interesting. Very nice. A very small difference. And here the important thing is for black to play these 2 moves. Let's see if he... Oh my god. Chills, guys. Chills. So white was supposed to play this move and then jump out, something like this, Atari jump out, and start, sort of, like an arm wrestling match, turn the wrist and attack black. He probably didn't do this because of some potential weaknesses in the back. Like this Atari, this is technically a ko, but white really needed to strive for this really good really good efficiency at this moment, but so here white played slightly safe, and this allowed black to play a few very good wraparound moves like this. After this, black is now a little bit more comfortable. You sort of like picture this as a arm wrestling match, and then black is now wrapping his wrist around white on the outside. This move is a sente move, but now white is in some trouble, and here white is now forced to connect home this way. Interesting. Okay. All right, and here we have caught up to the game. White suffered a little bit in the middle. Black captured the right-hand side territory. And also, Keje was able to take care of the main group here without much issues. In fact, the last moves here, this got rid of any possibilities of white cutting here. Remember, white's upper side is very strong, so this kind of thing is still a possibility. It makes moves like these kinds of jumps more and more sente. So having this exchange is actually helping black fix a lot of weaknesses. So the game is now 90% for black, and if you guys look at the AI win rate on top of Keje's head, black is now ahead by 3.5 points. So still anyone's game. It is later in the match, which is why 3.5 points is 90%, whereas before 3.5 points for white is only 75 points. But so for the human players, 3.5 points definitely still very, very close. This game is still very, 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 very tight, and both players played some very strong, very good, very AI-esque moves. Very, very good stuff. Okay, is there a weakness in P15 that white can use, or am I not seeing something? P15 is for us. P15 is down here. Ooh. Okay. For us, P15 is right below here. I should. Okay, is right here with this elephant's eye jump. Yeah, that's a very good idea. Say black plays something. However, this one black is definitely gonna cut, and then it'll be up to white to connect this home. Something like this. This will be connected here, but remember, this move is sente. This move and these moves, black will be able to cut white off from the back. So so something like this is gonna work for black. Black will have more liberties than white. So not directly, but if white plays something like this, then P15 all of a sudden comes into play, and that would be somewhat more very likely to be sente. Yeah, so very nice. So one AI move now is to play here. The two AI graphs on Fox is somewhere else. No, the two AI graphs also have black play here. This is why black playing here is a very, very important move here. This is capturing the two stones and making so much territory. Very good call. P15 is exactly why the AI move is where the AI move is now. So good job. Very good stuff. Okay. Good. Very nice. I think this is how we're gonna do it in the future. Do broadcasting in the future. We're gonna open up the game analysis, and we're gonna place stones on the board. This is great. So guys, Keje is thinking. He has how much time left? 44 minutes. Byun Sangil has 34 minutes, and we'll see what happens. not only be wedged ahead, there seems to be very little opportunity for white to fight ahead. Actually, it's 3.5 points is very, very small. The upper left is very, very open. So, you could easily. I'm sure I would lose to either of these two players from black for sure. So it's not definitely. And here, see, we see Kujia play the AI move is to attach. He played here. This might be still okay. In fact, AI still is giving this a relatively good score. Which is lucky for him. So he played this. I think the reasoning is Kujia wants 1 extra point. He wants to cut white this way, which is the same idea as at peep, except this way, eventually white plays here, push, and then there's a cut here, so white has to go back. So here, basically, he's cutting like this, for example, instead of cutting like this, 1 extra point, 1 or 2 extra point. However, this is a very ugly shape. So you can see here that Kujia definitely, this whole Kujia's style here again. He goes for this 1 or 2 extra points and lets white have all the centes over here. But if it works, he will get 1 more point. Oh my. And he's gotten away with it. AI does not think white can do anything strong over here right now. If white just goes back, this will kill all the Aji left here, including a lot of code threats. So white will not play anything in this at this part. But yeah. How pretty was this move, huh? And how ugly is this empty triangle shape? But Kujia has gotten away with it, and this is not. He is still way ahead at this moment. Okay. Oh, looks like he made a bit of a mistake. So. Oh no, I don't see any moves being played. I think we'll catch up to the broadcast very soon. The Baduk TV has already moved. Very nice. How fun is this, guys? Watching the finals. I'm able to place all these variations and explain. How nice is this? As white is F3 the next area. Yes, exactly. The top left is the biggest, the most unsettled parts, most unsettled region in this game right now, for sure. You have a very, very clear mind and a very, yes, very right, Lanefi. Yeah. Okay, so some possible moves by white, this jump and this double jump. So I'm sure if white was doing better in the game, this kind of F3 or even this kind of a move would be very nice, very fine. But in this case, right now, AI wants white to go for as much territory as possible here. Estimator here. Estimator like this, white plus 50 points. Black has about 15 more here, and black has to live on the upper side. Good. Black is actually ahead by AI, best estimates. Both players played a remarkably strong middle game. Lots of AI moves, one after the other. It was nice. It was nice. Yeah. And so, by the way, guys, the highlight of the match. So black was at a somewhat of a deficit and somewhat of a tough spot, but white really needed to press on with the attack. with the attacks. And in the right here, white needed to play something like this, and then Atari here and jump out to sort of turn the risk against black on the upper side, make the top territory naturally attack black, save the connecting move. Instead, white was not able to do that. White played a little bit safe. This allowed black to circle around, and now black has a territory, somewhat of an advantage, although it is only about 3 points, 3.5 points. So still anyone's game at this moment. Black just played the headbutting move here. Oh boy, oh boy. And white played this move, very interesting. This move is, so black has a sente move with the extend, so this is a reverse sente, which is very big. However, this does give black a chance to again play that AI Hane move, which will fix all the Aji that's over here. And this is now 92% for black, 4 points ahead by black. However, because Koji wanted to get that one extra point, 100% expect him to block. Yeah, of course he blocked. Yeah, of course. He wanted one extra point. Of course, now he's gonna play that one. Get that one extra point. 100%. Okay. 100%. By the way, good to point out, in the game black played here. Good to point out, one reason white may have played this safety move in the game is, remember how white played this Atari, which was very detailed, very nuanced play earlier over here to get a peep on the outside. Now, if white plays this kind of an Atari as the AI, as the best offensive moves showed, after white plays this kind of an Atari, and then plays out the variations like that, this would be white sort of giving up the possibility of peeping. For example, this kind of a move, right? So in order for white to do this, in order for white to like use what he gained earlier, this could have made him play this relative defensive move. This way white can peep later, so he gets the peep, but in this whole the whole striving for one more point may have come full circle in the sense that now, because white wanted to keep that peep, he's gonna lose like bigger stuff on the other parts of the board. So the nuanced way to get one additional Aji may have come full circle and actually hurt white in the minds. So very nice, very interesting. Okay, so in the game black played the block, and then white played here in the game. In the broadcast, Fox will catch up very, very soon. Yes, in fact, who said f3? Very, very good call. In the game, white played e3, which was strengthened the corner more. Very, very good call. Okay, so in the game, of course, Koji blocked. You would, he wanted one extra point before. Of course, he's gonna take that one extra point now too. Screw all the Aji, I'm gonna get my 1 point. So, very nice, very interesting. AI wants white to play this double jump right now. He plays here. This is a little bit more sure. This is again a little bit defensive. Maybe white feels that the game is pretty good for him. But black is still below 90%, so this game is still well within striking distance for both players. Okay, we have a few more moves. AI graph, Keje is up by a very, very close 3 points. So he turns here. There is this kind of a move here, and this is very strong. If white wants to capture, this is making a ko, and if white wants to capture this ko, would make this into a potential ko. It's a potential ko because white now has to play here, and then black now can play this block, and this is a ko for life. So there's some aji on the upper side as well, and this is why black earlier, it would have been so much worse if the ko resolved like this. Yeah, so now black is reducing, trying to get a few exchanges like this before starting the ko. It's a very, very interesting move. So yeah, let's see. There is potentially a little bit of weakness around this area with these kinds of pushes. It's a little far-fetched, but some kind of a cutting point is always here. So this is where this kind of a jump is reducing, and it's also doing a lot to strengthen black's own shapes as well. So yeah. Don't worry about this kind of a cut because black playing this move is sente against this capture, so this is going to be fine. And also because of the virtue of this move, of this 4-5 sente, allowing black to wrap around from the outside, this will also be relatively good for black. So there's no this move is very safe. There's no easy way to cut this. And so here you can see how Keje really, like, if it's a little bit unsafe, Keje still does it, but if it's safe, Keje definitely does it. And so Keje would almost never play moves like this. You and I maybe play this double hane. Yes, why not? Play something like this. Play a one-space jump. Play some like an extension here. Play that ko. No. Keje wants all full efficiency and full efficiency, and he's getting it, also being safe. However, here, so it's a little bit weird. Keje did feel that the game is very close, so he fought for these 1 extra points, right? This point to get 1 extra point, and then he blocked here instead of playing the hane here. He's getting all these. He's getting all the points that he can, but right here, this move is very, very safe. It's also very aggressive. I just for his sake, I hope this is not indicative, because Keje played a totally okay, safety-wise move. I hope he doesn't feel like he is way ahead and play too passively in the back. We have a move in the game. This is so the AI wanted white to play 2 choices. One is to play here. Again, looking for this kind of a cut. Black is going to fix here to make some eye space. In the game, white played the capture on the top. This would resolve the ko for this resolves the ko possibility. Okay, this resolves the ko possibility, which is very, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, now black was doing a little bit better than white, and now that white played a very, very defensive, like this move, you and I, everyone could have played this move. It's very likely that white is now gonna fall a little bit further behind in terms of points. However, this is very good strategy because now all of the white points on the board is totally secure. And having totally secure points is a lot of thickness, and it's very easy for black to make some mistakes. It's very, very easy for black to, like, for example, if black so white played here in the game. For example, if black jumps, and if white was able to find some kind of a cutting point and just cut black somehow, with all the thickness that white has built up, this would be that would be the way to go. And in the game, Koje does play a very aggressive jump. I don't know if this is still fully connected to the outside. If it is, then it's going to be very good. If it's not, then that would be white's chance. One of the AI variations after this goes like this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then unfortunately, white is not able to hane here. Make sure you jump here. This is going to favor black, although it's very complicated for me. Anyways, AI wanted white to play this move now. Black will play here to connect. And this would result in a significant lead by black. That's the counter-attacking move. Koje is actually up to 6.4 points ahead at this moment. So, and this is very trademark Koje. He's always looking for maximum efficiency out of his moves. Okay, so he jumped, and this is we gotta think of something for white. This scene, maybe you can get away with that. Maybe you can force black to hane here and then extend, connect. Black plays here. Is there anything? I don't see this working very well for white, but still possible. Still possible. Still, it's still very, very complicated. What? Did white play this move in the... Okay, this is a sente move. That's gonna be okay. It's white still has 21 minutes left. Koje has 38 minutes. Neither of them are in Byoyomi right now. Okay, yeah. So this jump, and now at this moment, white plays this move. This move. I mean, this move. It's just it's just begging black to play this hane. Can white find anything else here? Has to connect, cut, Atari. I don't think there's anything wrong for black here. There might be this, but black can play here. So this is just begging black to play this hane move. I don't think there's anything wrong. So this will end up giving back all the ajis that black gave up earlier. Is he afraid of something here? Maybe this move? Yeah, maybe white was afraid of this move. I don't know. Okay. So white played here. I expect this hane move out of Koje. This connect is also playable. But I'm sure this connect would be less, if this connect is like a 5-point lead, this hane is like a 7-point lead. So that would be the kinds of differences here. Okay, so it is now up to Koje. He just connects. Okay, clearly he has done some counting, and he does not feel like the extra aji is worth the points. Okay, the extra points is worth the headaches anymore. So remember before he was like, any 1 point is worth all my efforts. Now he's like, okay, let me make my position thick. Let me make it thick. Still, white has a good chance. White has 4.9%, which is not very low. And even if white goes for the territory with this attachment and then this honey, this kind of stuff, white still has 3.5, which is not, which is still doable. Okay, very, very exciting, very, very exciting, going down to the wire kinds of games right now. So it is up to white to find something, to find something. The AI graph is what we actually started showing, which is a bit troubling because if we can think of this, they can definitely think of this. Yeah, we thought of this variation, and yeah. Yeah. So let's see. I expect Byun Sangil to spend a majority of his 20 minutes left right around here. He really needs to find something now. He was a little bit optimistic a little bit ago with these moves. This move, this diagonal move, just taking the corner, and then this move, just fixing a ko. Yeah. Let's see. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'm not able to find anything for white so far. I hope he's able to creatively find something. Okay, so after white played a few very concise and clear moves, we can now do some counting for this this position. Actually, this is still a bit complicated. Let's say white plays here. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 80 points for white. That does sound like a lot. For black, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 92 or something versus 80 points for white. So yeah, about 12 points on the board is our estimate if white plays something like this. Oh yeah, wow, yeah. How hard must it have been for white to, like, at this point, like, think of, I can try to surround a lot, then black probably can make two ko threats, two ko's around, and then live with one. Probably live with the top right. White plays here, and then white gets a little bit more, and then I'm gonna count this. How is this gonna differ from you know? And it must have been really difficult to come up with the with the moves and the judgment there. Yeah. What if I take all my territory and then just try to win that ko? White just went for this, black jumped, and now white has a bit of a pinch for territory at the moment. So here, white goes for this. Now, if black does the same thing that we talked about before, when the Satari happens, white is gonna capture the black stones from the back like this and make a lot of territory here. So black's best course is likely this kind of thing. And remember here, don't go for the full, like, fight, just turn, allow white to connect home. Connecting here is also sente for black, and then just connect home for black as well. And something like this could easily materialize. Very tight game. Let's see how Kejie responds here. Okay. Expect him again to. Oh, he has played a move. He played here, and white connects in the game. Yeah, and here is the very important spot. There is another variation which goes like this. Here black doesn't hane, but black has an ice space. Let's see what Kejie comes up with. Very serious, very tight, very interesting. I just okay. A little bit of a side note, guys. Earlier during the match, it was very funny. Watch around this area. Look at Kejie over there. I think it was very cold. I think. Look at him. He's like totally wrapped himself up. And then a little bit later, I saw Byun Sangil doing the same thing here, wrapping themselves up. It's so funny. What a funny scene. Wrapped up in blankets because it's cold. Even though they have suits on, they're wrapped up in blankets. Okay. All right. Kejie played a very strong headbutting move. This is trying to win by a lot. This is really trying to win by a lot. The pip, yep. What if white ignores G11 and tries to kill the top as an exchange? Ah, yes, that would have done it. Yeah, black shouldn't play G11 without, it's not a necessary move, but so black shouldn't play it without too much too much issue. This move turns out to be a very good move, unfortunately for white. This is really so black is now expanding his lead, and the strategy here now is to survive on the top. When white hanes, play this hane atari, play a peep, I guess, a squeeze, a squeeze like this, a peep, and then play here to live. And unfortunately for white, it seems to be working. So it's very interesting. Very strong move. Very interesting move. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. This is a very tight spot for both players. How funny was it, huh? The blankets for the players. This was first time I've ever seen Go players wrap themselves up with blankets. How funny, how interesting was this? A very very cold venue, no doubt, and blankie Tasuji. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Byun Sangil is hard at, is deep in his thoughts. He has 15 minutes left. Oh, the players are gone. Oh, this is my bad. Here are they back. I had to take a screenie of the blankets. Blanket Tasuji. that was that was that was quite funny. Oh yeah. It's, all right, I think we missed the thing again, but that's okay. Um, yeah, a very very tough spot for white, and black has found a very very strong. See. This is this is top pros. They're never satisfied with mediocrity, even if it's the AI move. They're like, I want to win by 7. I think I can get it. I will go and try to get it. You and I, we would have all connected this. The ambitious ones amongst us may have played something like this move, but no, none of us were thinking about digging in even harder, stabbing the opponent even harder at the territory, at his territory. So very nice, very nice. Did you watch Eric and Paige play? I have not. Sharpen the mind, dozy blade, fans a pencil, write a story. It was a wild game. Just joined. Give me the rundown. What's the story of the board? Blood for the blood god. Blood for the blood god. The most interesting thing that happened earlier. This thing was right around this area. Look at this. Both players are wrapped up in this pink blankets, no doubt sponsored by LG, the company who does your refrigerators, your washing machines, and your air conditioning and heating systems. Unfortunately, their heating systems didn't work that well for for this tournament, so the players needed some blankets. Black is a little bit ahead, and Kejie, he just played a very strong headbutting move to win by more, and looks like it's very valid, and so he is doing well. We have two more moves. We have two more moves. Yes, over here. White harness, black extends. Okay, the AI graph is on top of Kuji's head. Black up by 7 points. Okay, white still has a 4.6, 4.7%, so still not over yet. And also still not over yet. Wow, we lost the players again. Why? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They both played a long series of blue spots in the middle game. Very accurate. Yeah. So this game gave me the chills. Are you minimizing the YouTube stream? It keeps blanking out. What? I have no idea. I don't know what's happening with the YouTube stream. No, I just put it in the back. It says excellent connection and everything. I don't. Oh, the blanking out is a YouTube stream from Baduk TV. So yeah. I sometimes I'm deselecting it and everything. By the way, guys, very exciting stuff. Chills emoji. Yeah. This game is gotta be one word to sum up this game. It would be chills. Chills. All right. Yes, when I make the YouTube video on the rundown to this game at the end of this game, definitely we'll give it that chills emoji. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes. Chills. Chills. Yeah. This is great. Actually, I think I've run out of space. All right. Yeah. Very, very good, exciting games. If the game winds down very, very quickly, we are gonna do a very quick video at the end. Chills. Okay. The chills are here. Great. We have 11 viewers on YouTube. Welcome, guys. We have 20 brave hearts on Twitch, and do we have a few more moves? Yes, we have a few more moves. So here white went for the Hane and then the Atari, and here black went for the squeeze. White probably needs to extend it down. Oh no, he can't extend down. One variation goes white just giving up and letting black live. That's clearly not gonna be chosen. So white is clearly gonna connect. This move, the extend is probably no good. Extend cut and then Atari. This is a very bouncy shape, and that's gonna be eventually black will capture this. So extending down cannot be considered. Black now will connect after white connects, and no, and then just capture, and this is just already totally alive. Okay, unfortunate. Very unfortunate for white. Black has found some very good follow-ups. Very nice. Another move is to play this wedge and then Atari. This one's a little more complicated. Oh, and he does play this. Good, good, good. Very, very interesting. This is the last complications. Black may need to go for this kind of a ko. Of course, this would save all the black stones. There's no ko threats on the lower left. There's just no ko threats around here. Peep is not a threat. Only ko threat is maybe here in the middle, but at this point, the middle probably will not be threatening enough. Again, unfortunately for white here. The upper left corner and saving all the stones is just too much. Yeah, that would be very stylistic, huh? Atari plays this, Atari here for the final humongous ko. Oh, nice. Okay. Did he play something? Oh, I see. The one variation goes here, 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 here. Oh, well, that's not gonna work. Atari. Here, 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 here. Atari play here. This is totally alive by black. Maybe white can capture something here. That's not gonna be enough. So this will now depend on what Kejie is gonna plan on doing. Very interesting. Okay. Very, very nice. Yeah. Byung has 7 minutes left. Kejie has 26 minutes left. And here we're gonna go into our rundown of the game. It keeps blanking out. One thing you can do is use browser option in OBS instead of having to use window capture. Browser option in OBS. Interesting. Let me try that. Browser option. Browser. Okay, that could work. Let me know if a browser can. Oh, I see what browser is. Okay, okay. Okay. I see what this is. Yeah, browser is a good idea. Kejie is making his final moves. Yeah, let's get that quality. He has played the Atari. How funny was it, huh? The blankets. How funny was that? How funny was this? Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, these guys were very, very interesting. Very, very fun games. Okay. Okay. Let's catch up, and then we can do our rundown of the series. Okay, good, good, good. So far, it looks like the predictions were correct. Kejie is ahead. I think so. I think so, guys. I think so, guys. Yeah, yeah. Don't see much. Um, it's always possible, but you know, this was a very, very well played match. We'll see in a moment. We'll see in a moment. We'll see in a little bit. Okay. OG Cup Finals. this went. This was very, very interesting. We have a few more moves. We do have black playing the Atari and white playing the capture. It does now look like the big ko is gonna happen, and the game is gonna go. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record a synopsis of the game, and Pogi is my favorite Go streamer. Thanks. I'm gonna do my synopsis of the game, and by the time I finish, we should probably be able to do that to finish, and then at the end of this, I'll have this live, so I would stop the recording and then redo the recording, and then I will upload the recording as a thing. Okay, great. Here, white is trying to make some co-threats happen. The AI wants black to leave this area and just finish the ko on the upper side. That would be a victory for black, letting white destroy some territory on the right-hand side. Okay, I'm gonna start making the recording now with a full synopsis and rundown. Hello guys, today we are looking at the LG Cup finals. It is the first finals tournament match of 2025. It's very, very exciting. We have two very, very charismatic Go players in the finals today. They are finishing up their matches and we don't yet know the final result. Hopefully by the time we look at the highlights of the match, we will know the result, and so stay tuned. The LG Cup finals happened today. It is between Byun Sangil from Korea and Kejie from China, and this one is very this finals is very well noted because Kejie has spent many years not adding to his championships collection. He has around 8 big world champions, but he had them mostly in the past, around the 2017, 2018, 2016 time frame. So needless to say, he's very hungry for another championship. Byun Sangil, all the Korean players are overshadowed by the #1 player in the world, Shin, and it's very difficult for any other Korean player to have to win world championships nowadays. One, due to their Shin just dominating, and two, when Shin gets knocked out, usually some other Chinese top professional has a better chance. So this is a very exciting finals, and both are very charismatic, full of personality top professionals. Now, Kejie is one of the most famous professionals because he really likes to talk a lot, and he goes on a lot of TV shows. He talks about lots of scandalous, controversial topics as well. That does not detract away from his Go playing. He's very imaginative, very, very strong, and he's almost singular as a Go player in his search for efficiency, absolute efficiency. He doesn't like very thick and methodical playstyle. He likes to stretch his efficiency out, which is what makes him one of my favorite players. Byun Sangil, he is a very fighty player. He's a very all or nothing, fight kind of a player, and he is most famous for slapping himself very hard on one of the broadcasted matches against Cui Jin, the women's world #1 player. That was the one time when Cui Jin went to the, in recent years, when one women's player went to the finals, she went to the finals stepping over Byun Sangil, the white player in this game. So that's what he's most famous for. So let's see if he's gonna do anything like that today. Okay, so here we begin the game with a very, very commonplace nowadays flying knife variation, and both players went for the most basic variation. Now I say most basic, the most basic variation goes up to move number 41, 42, 40, all the way up to 49, 50, and the variation ends at move 55 with both players filling up a quarter of the board. Very, very interesting. There are lots of ways to avoid the complicated flying knife variation. If you guys are playing as the 3-3 invader, make sure to headbutt and Hane. This you can avoid any complications. If white extends, this will be slightly bad for white. As a result, we don't have to exchange that Hane. So this will be slightly bad. Most of the time, white will accept just block and accept the simpler variation. If you're playing as white, you can avoid this by just extending and playing other simple Josekis, or when black offers up this attachment, play just this extend or this extend back. Both of these are you can tanuki soon after those. So game continues after the flying knife. This is now about white has a ever so slight lead, 60% to 40% to AI, no big deal. And here Kujia plays this move very quickly, no doubt, and it's also the top AI move. No doubt he has spent some time studying this opening. Okay, this is a similar shape to a very common old opening before old Joseki before AI. Black has a lot of thickness here. This is considered a little bit good for white. Black's shape is a little bit inefficient, but in this setup on this board, white is also inefficient with 3 stones next to each other. And also the direction-wise, white's bottom is a little bit redundant, and black has thickness facing the most important right-hand side. So at this point, still very, very even. And one thing to point out about the flying knife variation Joseki, the most basic Joseki here, is while we do have a seki in the inside, both black and white is not super strong, in the sense that for white there's a good aji with this peep over here threatening to take this stone out and connect. Remember, the corner is seki, so whatever gets captured on the outside is also captures the corner. So this move, sometimes black captures, sometimes black connects. And there is a very similar peep for white's shape here, and the peep is right over here. The next move, it's aiming to cut Atari here and extend, and the threat is here, capturing, again, same thing. The inside is a seki, so capturing anything on the outside also captures the inside. So make sure when your opponents play these very nice peeps, give them a thumbs up, a nod, because they know their stuff. Okay, let us continue. So here, this far approach is very nice. It was highly recommended. This entices black to defend the corner. If that happens, white has a very comfortable 3 space distance away from the lower right thickness by black, and So this is very comfortable for white. So in the game, Kejie plays the pincer, and white goes into the corner. Now this headbutting move is a very, very strong move by black. If black plays the 3-3, that is also very reasonable. But in this case, black plays the headbutting move. And this invites white into the corner. And white does go into the corner. Here, there is another train of thought which goes something like get some exchanges on the outside before going into the corner like this. Okay, so white goes into the corner directly, and Kejie counterattacks, cuts off the outside. It's a very, very interesting shape that follows up. So here, white goes and tries to live in the corner and succeeds. Black also has a very nice jump point here. Note how black plays this kind of a jump instead of moves like this one, which noticeably it's less pretty, less efficient looking. So this move is very, very well normal, normal, good, well played. And the next move white plays here, and black now has an opportunity to press. And this is black with a slight lead, a slightly better game. So, and the next move will show the quintessential trademark Kejie's playstyle. This guy really likes to go for a lot of efficiency. So instead of being satisfied with just pressing out, he goes for more. He goes for this move, thinking to get white to answer and then press. This way, black exchanges more stones and has more influence towards the outside. Okay, so another way for white to fight back, something like this. You go in, white cuts you off from the back, but something like this will also be easily answered by just Hane on the outside, Atari, similar sorts of moves as before. Maybe connect here. This is noticeably developing the right-hand side and the upper side. So white really has a tough time defending any territories that white is making here on the lower side, which makes white want to counterattack, want to turn here, and it just so happens that this turn is a very, very big move, and it's a very big move, and as a result, white does play it. So black sort of forces white to play a very good move, sort of like he bullied his opponent a little too much, and his opponent had nothing nothing to do but to fight back, and sort of forced his opponent to play the strongest moves. Okay, so this is the follow-up move to this move, and we can see here black knight's move, attacking the, wrapping around the white stone. This is a very, very strong shape. It's very good. However, here I'm a little bit worried about this shape for black, because one, it is very close to the white, to many, many white stones on the bottom. If white becomes very, very thick on the bottom, or if white is very thick on the bottom, this would be cutting off white from white's thickness. That is not recommended. If you get cut with your opponent's thickness, it's very dangerous, and you don't surround any territory when you're close to your opponent's thickness. So this is what I'm worried about here for black. So white jumps here, white runs into the middle, and here black is going to address all of my concerns that you guys are going to see now. So here black goes for this peep. We talked about it a little bit, and here white protects the peep. Now Atari and extend white can now capture these two stones, no problem. So this move, this pillar move does protect against the weaknesses there. And the next move black plays here, this is threatening to double Hane, play a ko, some kind of strong moves here, and here. So white answers. So we see how black made very good ingenious use of these two sente peeps near a place where white is very, very strong, and in order to make black very strong at the same time, now black is totally connected. There are no more cuts in the middle around here. So this is very advanced concept. So our concerns were realized. White is now very strong on the bottom. Black runs a big risk of playing too many moves around white's thickness, but at the same time black was able to find some sentes and make the black connection very, very strong as well. So it's this game is really, really sharp and really tight right now. Concerns are being addressed, and fights are happening, and everything is very interesting. Here the AI wants black to play this move. Now remember this kind of shape, guys. Whenever you can play a knight's move without fear of being cut, it's usually quite a good shape. And the game Ke played here, and this one really shows his style. Style again. Here the AI wants him to play a less aggressive, a more conservative move, but no, Ke wants even more, one line further. And here, this is where this one line further is gonna spur this game into a lot of fireworks right now. Very, very interesting. So white takes out these stones with this little bit of a weakness. White is now taking out these stones and going on the counterattack. So before this, black threw some very good sente peeps, built up a slight lead, 75%, 3, 4, 5 points. And so here, black played slightly inaccurate, so it's a bit closer now. Black still has a lead. Look at this here. AI wants black to extend everyone. We can all understand. It's making a lot of territory on the right hand side. It's also keeping white weak. Here is where Ke went for it. Ke went for the cut, and this is where this is gonna spark all the fireworks at the moment. So here, needless, this Atari is a very happy move. Black is not doing anything with the connect. White is doing something positive with an Atari on the outside. Okay, and so here, white Ataris, and moves out. At first, this seems very, very forced by white. Seems very, very a little bit forced. But if you look at it a little bit more closely, white has more territory on the board. White has, in fact, 15 here, 20, 30, 40 points easily on the board. Black has 5, 15, 25, 30, something like only 30 points. So white has a big territory lead. White has 2 weak groups. That's white's main concern. But now white is able to find a counterattack against either the middle group and the upper side group. So it's 2 weak groups on 2 weak groups theoretically, and so theoretically this can be fought to a standstill, and then white might triumph with his more territory. So this is very, very interesting. This game right now is totally 50-50, 50-50. Okay, and note what the AI wants to do here. This is very good practice. AI wants Ke to play this 2-space extension. This, note this is what we talk about a lot. This is strengthening the weakest attacking stones, the upper side. And this one is also staying far away enough to white where if white just pushes out, for example, white is not able to threaten both the top and the middle simultaneously. So this kind of a move, very, very good. If you're able to pull off this kind of sustainable development, this is you're gonna do quite well. Okay, if black goes for something very close, for example, like some kind of a squeeze, a net, this way white is able to threaten the middle and also threaten the upper side at the same time. So really appreciate how that move is there. In the game, Keje goes for the middle. This is also very, very big, also very, very important. This is also strengthening the 4 stones in the middle, which is also very, very weak. And so white goes on the top now. Note here, AI wants Keje to play here. Also along the same lines, make yourself as strong as possible. And it's very, very, very defensive, totally defensive. Offense is defense, defense is offense in this case. But you and I, we all see this one weakness inside white's shape. And the weakness is very, very clear. And as a Go player of a strong caliber, it's very, very difficult not to go for what Keje went for in this game. Keje played here. And the next sequence is all forced. And we can see here how white is going to be rolled up into a ball. It's very, very tempting to roll your opponent up into a ball. And it's very hard for any Go player to resist. However, after this, because we'll see the next move, because black is forced to extend, white now has a relatively easy time. White can Atari here. White can try to play this ko, that kind of thing. So white is now having somewhat of a lead, 70-something %, 3.5 points. Note here, this is a very, and the next sequence of plays is gonna really gave me the chills, and may give you guys the chills. So a bit of an aside, LG is a sponsor for this tournament. LG, you've seen their appliances, their refrigerators, heating systems, their TVs, and in this Go tournament, apparently the LG heating systems didn't work all that well. So in the middle of the game, both players were very, very chilly, and the LG staff gave them pink LG blankets, so they both wrapped themselves up. You could see this in the photo in the back. Anyways, the next sequence is really gonna give us the chills. So first, black does not want to play this Atari, because after black plays this Atari, later on, if white plays this move, forces black to connect, and then this kind of a throw-in makes black have no liberties on the upper side, and no liberties does matter. What black wants to have happen is when white plays here, black connects, fights this ko back against white, and then connect here. This way there is one extra liberty on the inside, and this liberty is gonna allow black to live and capture white's corner. So black doesn't want to, and if white plays this push, it's the same thing. So this is why it's important for black not to make that Atari. But not making the Atari exposes this ko possibility for white. And here it's very interesting. When white presses here, it's very tempting for black to play the ko, find this ko thread, and then fight this as a ko here. But it's very important for the players to do the following here. When white pushes, first play this Atari, because if white captures, this is a much better result than the other one. Black can still try to make the top alive. Black hasn't made this Atari and this capture exchange. So when white goes for that Atari, black should Atari here immediately. If white answers, then we fight this ko, even though black loses much more on the top. By capturing these 2 stones, it's much better, much bigger for black. Black can capture 3 more stones here. And there's no more aji in the corner, because white only has two liberties on the inside. So it's very important for the sequence to be almost exact. And here you'll see why white plays this move. Next, white goes for the ko. Black plays, as we expected, this ko threat first to set up a bigger ko threat. This forces white to end the ko, and now this black is now able to capture. And so now we see why white played this Atari, because after black captured, this extend becomes not an Atari. Now white can still make this peep, which is very valuable, right? So, so with that first Atari, white is now secured himself a very nice peep, peeping aji for later. So this is so this whole sequence gave me the chills, and this was all very done, like super nuanced, like super nice. This was very nicely done by both players. So overall here, a huge exchange. Black captures this left, white captures the top. Still some ko-aji, but white does have the very important sente coming up next. White has a 75% chance, 3.5 point lead in this game. So and white plays, and throughout this sequence, every scene was spot on, perfect, number one move. Next move, this move, also the number one move. Here I was thinking, what if white plays here, black would play this one, and white has some very fun sentes to the right hand side, taking out a lot of territory and living inside black's territory. But this allows black to save the middle stones and connect those stones home. Later on, connecting here captures 4 stones. Playing here would secure some life for the upper side. So it's very important for white to play this attach, and likewise it's very important for black to play this move to get a lot of territory. All these moves were perfect. Number one AI moves, super chills. It's been like 15 moves already, and it continues. Atari, jump, Hane, super good, super AI moves. This entire 20 move plus sequence perfectly played with the game balanced out on a knife's edge. Very nice. Okay, so connect, and here white's move to continue having a 3 to 4 point lead is to play this move, Atari and jump. This will continue the attack against the middle black stones. This will also save white from having to connect home here, because white can move out on the left. This fight like this has a very strong feeling of white. Think of this as an arm wrestling match, and white is clearly sort of turning the wrist over to the opponents. And if you guys are well versed in arm wrestling, you guys know that turning the wrist over the opponent and pulling the arm closer to you, pulling the wrists closer to your arm is all, is super good technique. Same thing in Go, very good technique. So here white would have been able to turn that wrist over. In the game, here is the one bad move by white, but it's very understandable. So white plays here, black plays here, and now we can clearly see black turning the wrist over against white a little bit. And so this eventually forces white to connect home here in Gote, and black has now saved his middle group in Sente. This now has black reversing the game. Now black is now up by around 3.5 points. Very well played. Now, one reason why white decided to play this way was, remember white got this peep, right? So now white still has this peep, but if white played the way that we showed, white would not have that peep anymore. So in this kind of perverse sort of coming back in circles kind of a thing, white's like super nuanced, like slightly good move to get one slight bit of aji over the opponent is now like may have contributed to white's bad decision later on in the game for like 5-6 points. which is very interesting. Again, this whole sequence gives me all the chills, just like how the players were chilly in their game. Okay, so black has a slight lead at this point, but it's very, very uncertain. The top, there's Ko-ish Aji on the top there, Ko-ish Aji in the corner. And so for now, there's also some Aji here. So for now, the biggest move is for black to capture these stones, because if black allows white to save the stones, black also has to live. That would be like Sente for 20 points. That would be super strong. Okay, and look at the next move. Kuje plays this move. This is saying that we can still cut white from the back like this. Super ugly shape, empty triangle, but if this works, this would give black 1 extra point here. If black just plays the attach, you can see here how black is getting 1 less point. Maybe a little bit more than 1 point, but here black is really sacrificing, letting very bad Aji develop, and just getting this 1 point. Here again, this move would fix all the problems, but no, he plays here to get 1 more point. Once you played 1 more point for 1 more point before, of course you're gonna go for 1 more point later. So this all makes perfect sense, of course. And here, white behind by about 3.5. AI wants white to play here, makes the biggest territory possible, fights a coast, fight on with a coast. Next, white plays here. This is a little bit defensive, it's a little bit conservative, and here after a turn, black plays this. And now white plays a very crucial soft move. There is a Ko here. First, let's see if white can cut black on the outside. Because of this 4-5 exchange as Sente, white is not able to cut black like this. White is also not able to cut black like this. Remember, 4 is Sente. So play this move first and then block. There's no cuts. So here Kuje has played a very looks like a very forward move, but it's totally safe. And so here white fixes the Ko. Another move is here. The Ko is here. Black plays this move. White plays here to take away the Ataris. White has, if black wins the Ko over and over, black will capture here. This forces white to spend another move to defend here. And now black blocks and finds a Ko here. So there's some Ko Aji over here on the top. It's just a direct Ko. Okay, so white ends a Ko, black jumps in. Now black has a sizable lead, like 5.5 points, because of 2, slightly relaxed, lax white moves. However, these 2 white moves made white super thick. And so here white has 1 more chance to try to find something on the middle here. And you and I, AI, all recommends black play in this connect. And that makes perfect sense. The key here in this kind of fight is to not go for the cut against white, but to force white to connect, and this way you can also, as black, take care of both of your sides. Okay, you and I, AI, we all do this, but Kuje goes for more, and this is of course the quintessential Kuje style. Of course he goes for more, and in this case it is valid. It is actually even more it was 5.5. Now after this move, it's like 7.5. So this was totally valid. And black is looking to live on the top, something like this. And if white plays the Hane, something like this Hane as well. Play these moves, make some ice space, and live on the top. This, of course, destroys more white territory. And that would be like totally destroys the balance of territory. So as a result, white fights back, plays these moves, and plays the Atari. And here Kuje really goes for the jugular here. He goes for this move. If white extends down, cut, Atari, and then Atari here, black has a very nice connection, and black is gonna Tanuki this move now, force white to go for this and then win the ko. This is gonna be and even if white wins the ko later, this is gonna be no big deal against black. So another move, white connects here. This is going to be the same. Black is going to connect here in this case. If white goes for the cut, black will just simply live like this. Otherwise, Atari, this is going to be easy life. So white goes for the most complicated thing he can find, which is this move. This move will now set up for a very big wide ko here. Yes, white is really in trouble, but if white can hold on to everything, that could still work. First of all, you and I connect. This would run into black playing this Atari and this Atari, and now because black has already connected all the black stones, any sort of ko threats white can find is not likely gonna damage black enough in order to make up for all the damages on the upper side. So so needless to say, black is doing very well at the moment. Here, white sticks in here, and if black just captures this, black has a good win. White will be able to save many stones, but black just has to connect this group home in order to have this win. Kejie, of course, when you go in, Kejie goes to cut white from the back, and he cuts white from the back. He's like, why? You're giving me 5 more points? Why? Of course, I'll take 5 more points. Sure. So he's taking 5 more points, as we saw here. And this is so this is where we sort of began the game with white in a lot of trouble, and I think a lot of drama has happened since, because Kejie tried to win by a lot. He's not satisfied with 5-10 points. He really wanted to win by 15 or something. So he keeps fighting this ko. Atari, he connects, captures back. Ko threat captures back, and when this happens, white now all of a sudden found himself a lot of ko threats. When white Atari'd the 2 stones in the middle, it was a great opportunity for black to end the ko, let white capture, and just go home. I cannot believe this was not chosen. No, Kejie said he has a lot of ko threats, so he goes, and so this ko continues. White also found lots and lots of ko threats, and now the game is very totally unclear, and very unclear now. Okay, white plays the ko threat here. Good. So black answered. White takes it back, and now black has to find some other ko threat. And the ko threat black went for was the bottom cut. Now that is a ko threat that is very strong, but is it big enough? White resolves the ko. Yes, white resolves the ko, and now it's within 1 point. So very big drama, and very nice, very big drama. Kejie takes the ko. This is the threat, and white takes the entire top. Kejie captures a few stones. Oh wow! This was what a mess. So however perfectly both players played in the middle of the game, now with all these complicated codes, all kinds of different moves happen. By the way, AI wanted black to play here right now. In fact, AI wanted black to play here right now because it's very big. When black gets an Atari here, it is already quite good. It's a good opportunity for black to play this attach. Ever so slight of a lead. When black plays this capture, white now has a slight lead of white now has a slight lead. Crazy. Very good ko shenanigans. Black captured about 20 points. White is now going to capture another, these stones in the middle for, another 20 points. If white surrounds a few more points, that's that 5-6-7 point of lead that black had earlier. Crazy game, lots and lots of drama at the end as we spoke. Every move was close. Every move was yeah. yeah. Okay, so black hanes here and white plays here. AI wanted white to play here and fight this kind of a ko, so some kind of a ko. Here white played this move. This move may have been a little bit of too defensive, and here now just this one move allowed black to get ahead by a few points again, and they're counting now. Let's take a small moment of break and see the final count. They're just doing the final count. At the end of everything, black won, Kejie won by 2.5 points. So 9 points on the board by a very slim 2.5 points at the end. The final board looks like this. Just a few more moves from our thing. Right here we were talking about here the AI move is to Atari, and white actually has a 61% chance. Probably, it's a half-point game, very, very close. The AI variation is here, capture this move. Wow. Very ko-ish, Aji. 9-10. Here white now has white now plays this move. Looks like white is gonna win this one by half a point, very close. If this happens, so white needed to do that, but white played here, and this immediately allowed black to play the following sentence. The difference is later on there's a point here for black, and in the white group here, we'll see what happened later. White is later gonna end up with 5 points on the bottom. So 5 points for white. In the AI graph, white would have had 4 points, but black would have 1 less point as well, and white would have oh wow. And anyways. Yep, okay. But white definitely lost 1 to 2 points here. Wow. So this game really is giving me the chills. Lots and lots of mistakes, lots and lots of super strong plays as well. Here, the end game is had, and black played this perfectly as well. If black just connects as you and I would have done, this would have been black is totally lost, half a point or 1 point. And so here black needed to play this double hane to fight this as a ko, and with enough ko threats. Remember how on the bottom in the other diagram black had no more ko threats against the white group, whereas white had some very nice ko threats here. Wow. Ko threats here, whereas white has ko threats with the cuts, and like all these moves are ko threats, and now black doesn't, maybe has 1 ko threat only. So the way white played here, now black has, there's no ko threat for white now. Capturing 2 stones is not 1. And there's the throw-in and some more ko threats for black. And so in the end of all of this, push in, Atari, and throw-in, in the end of all of this, black now forced white to move back here. Now white could have Atari'd, and then, but probably white would have had to connect here at the end. Anyways, so in the game, white had to play this one, and this is how black is able to squeeze out the final half, the final 2 points over here on the left hand side. In fact, black doesn't even connect this ko, takes the last 1 point here, and he wins by having more ko threats. He must have more ko threats, and so in the end, black gets white to lose 2 points here, and black takes the last points in the middle. So the in and out is 3 points. So this is how on the bottom here, because of the differences of ko threats, this allowed black to take all like 3 points on the left hand side, 1 point in the middle, and 2 points, forcing white to play this stone and this stone. So this was a super exciting finish, and super exciting finish. Keje ekes it out in the end by 2.5 points, and he needed every last 2.5 points that he had, because he got, he really eked out all 3 points. Remember here, first he forced white to play back here, and then later on the first line, and then later he gets the middle 1 point, and later he wins back this ko for, he needed every single half a point. Super exciting game, super big chills. This game went very, this was the most exciting finals of any finals we have seen so far. 284 moves, and black had an easy victory, but the kos made it very complicated. Probably this point and the later point here was very good opportunities for black to end the ko and just put a band-aid on the situation over here on the left, and just take an easy victory. Would have been way ahead, but instead he wanted to win by as much as he can, and white also found lots and lots of ko threats, and at the end here, white is actually ever so slightly ahead by half a point only, and it came down to white having to play this Atari, which may actually lose 1 point. It's probably totally even, and gain all the ko threats in order to prevent black from doing this double hane ko for the end game. If you and I played, we would have played here, and we would have lost by half a point as black. Right. So white could have taken out all the ko threats, and black wouldn't be able to win this ko. But in the game, black was able to play this ko. Basically, the game ended like this. Black got white 2 more points here, and black ended, with the last point in the middle. And when white Atari'd, he played this move, and at the end won this ko. Wow, 3 points. Super great end game. Super big chills. The broadcast has ended. I really enjoyed watching this game, and great. At the end here, the broadcast ended, so so you guys had to see a lot of the background YouTube stuff at the end, but oh well, all good. No worries. Oh, this game was so exciting. Just super quick recap. Oh, man, very quick recap. Very good common large complex Joseki, totally even, and here white goes into the corner, slightly good for advantageous for black, but Keje went for a little bit too much bullying, and forced white Byun to fight back, and here is where the sparks started flying. Keje was very crafty, getting 2 sente moves, strengthening the black connection in the middle, but a slightly inaccurate move here allowed white to get a small opening on the top side black group, and here Keje went for the cut, went for the jugular. The fireworks blazed, And after this, White was able to get the Atari and use that ever so slight opening to run out. And here, Koji played, the Byun Sangil made an offer to Koji that he couldn't refuse, even though the AI wanted him to refuse it. The offer was to roll White up into a ball, and Koji, I wouldn't have been able to resist, to refuse this offer. This was an offer he couldn't resist. And so this whole sequence, right, from this point on, this move on, this whole sequence, every move was top move by the AI choice. In fact, this extend was an ingenious move. Got White to like 76% instead of 74%, slightly more agi. Every move was spot on, every move was perfect. This, Atari, this jump, Hane, connect, super big chills, guys. And here, White had a small advantage, but a slightly defensive play here allowed Koji to turn the wrist over in this arm wrestling contest. And as a result, Koji was able to go back and capture a big center. He did go for all the territory. From the way the coast went later, I'm sure he would have regretted this, and if he had another chance, he would have played the less agi intensive move, like such as this one, because all the coast threats really mattered in this game. Here, Byung also went a little bit too defensive. It's very hard to judge the situation, and here Koji did race out to a very comfortable 6.5, 7 point lead. And so here, this was White's last chance to try to attack in the middle. Black could have answered, but no, Koji went for the biggest, the most aggressive, the most vicious move possible, takes out all the White territories. However, this also made the position a little bit chaotic, and a very large ko resulted. Black should have just never fought the ko, just played this, would have had a very comfortable lead as well. These middle ko threats were not big enough. So here now, when White captures the 2 stones, even though 2 stones is much better than the other ko threats that White would have had, the fact that White committed to this ko is also makes the top much better for Black than otherwise would have. So Black was totally fine here. However, Koji wanted to win by 10 points, 15 points, and so this very complex ko resulted, and White ingeniously finds a very good ko thread here. The next move is to press and then to squeeze the middle 4 black stones. So this ko continued, and here Koji makes a slight mistake. This ko threat is slightly too small. AI wanted Koji to play these losing ko threats first. So his slight advantage is now a slight, ever so slight disadvantage now. However, White makes a slight mistake with the Atari. This gives Black a chance to, right now the game is on a knife's edge. When Koji captured, it is actually White with a slight half of point of advantage here. And it was, and here, of course, Razor's Edge, White needed to play this Atari. It would have been about the same, territory, 4 points for White and 1 less points for Black versus 5 points for White. Would have been about the same, except White would have had no ko threats against for Black, and White would have had some ko threats for White. However, in the game, Black had the ko threats, and that allowed Black to play this double Hane. He gained 3 points in the end game here versus a non-double Hane move. And that's how he won by 2.5 points in the end. Woo, guys, the last synopsis was even like Very, very exciting, huh? Wow, wow, wow. Okay, guys, this was game 1. I can only imagine how game 2 will be. Take care. I will see you guys with game 2. This is gonna go onto my YouTube. Leave a note, leave a subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Alright, see if any other Go streamers are streaming. It's your fault that I will arrive late to the office tomorrow. Really nice game. Yeah. Luckily for me, I don't have to work tomorrow. It's Martin Luther King's Day for me. Okay, catch up in chat. Really nice game. GG, really exciting endgame. Nice analysis. Thanks. I also won by a single code thread in a Dame code today. I heard of the stream, Prince Lina. I will check that out later. Oh, Kejie just slapped himself. There's more drama. Great. Alright, guys. Sleep time. See you guys in the next one. See if anyone else is streaming Go right now. Spinoza, huh? Wow, this guy has been streaming for 28 hours. I can't believe it. I think he's rerunning the LG Cup game. Anyways, see you guys.